So I just wanted to mention when you are trying to replace habits for yourself. For example, I'm not drinking coffee, not drinking alcohol. But when I'm trying to be self aware of the thoughts that are coming to my head, the rationalizations, the negotiating, negative self talk, just whatever comes up, it's interesting because I notice that say, okay, I'm going to go out, I'm going to hit up the beach, I'm going to go and meet some people, meet some girls, work on my my social skills, cold approaching, meeting strangers. And then my mind goes, "Oh, this is an opportunity to get a coffee," right? I've had this habit of drinking coffee for years and years of my life. So then now it's not just when, like, for example, these things can be coping mechanisms, they can be ways of self soothing when you're not feeling good, when negative emotions come up for you from various stresses or things in life. And sometimes this is when you get triggered to partake in certain behaviors because it's a way to soothe yourself and to suppress those negative emotions. But funny enough, it's not just when something when you're feeling something negative, it also comes up when you're feeling something positive, something exciting. Like for me, going out, working on social skills, meeting attractive women. It's exciting, it's fun. Oh, why not grab a coffee? Why not have some more fun? So that's the trap. That's the thing you have to watch out for. Is you still have to adhere to your goals, be disciplined, there not give yourself an excuse. And in fact, it's still work. You still want to be professional about this. It's fun, but it's serious because it's your life. It's your life. It's the results you want to get for yourself. It's happiness. It's fulfillment. It's easy to forget or be almost hypnotized in our society to think that life is just going to go on forever, that it's never going to end. But there is death, there is destruction, there is old age, there is sadness, and there is no guarantees that you are going to reach the pinnacles of success that you would like to reach. There's no guarantees. All you have is today. So then, again, when you're changing habits, it doesn't always feel good. It feels maybe like you're lacking in something. So you're going to have to get over that period where perhaps it's more difficult because you're beginning new habits, you're stopping old habits, and it can be challenging because these negative emotions are going to come up for you. But remembering that in the long run, just because you don't feel good right now, perhaps, it doesn't mean that your life is getting worse. In fact, it means your life is getting better, even though you don't feel good in the moment. Your emotions are not a good measurement of the way your life is going. But we do want to build a life for ourselves where we are feeling good, we're feeling happy, we're feeling fulfilled, but not to be afraid of the down times in life. Calm, peace, boredom. These are something to be addicted to, not the constant hits of dopamine and constantly thinking we have to feel good all the time, because that's not realistic. And appreciating the down times, appreciating when we're not feeling so good emotionally, let's say, because it's still a part of our life. And as well, those emotions are there to help us in some way. All emotions are, in fact, good. They're there. We evolved with them because they are supposed to motivate us to take action. So again, you're doing something positive by cutting out certain habits that maybe are holding you back. They're taking your money. They're taking your mental capital. They're taking your time. But when you're stopping them in the moment, maybe it doesn't feel so good. But it doesn't mean that your life isn't getting better. In fact, your life is getting better because you've decided that that's what you want to do, and that would be meaningful and good for you and for your life. The idea here, though, and that I wanted to speak on, is just that be aware that it's not just when you're feeling maybe what you might consider to feel bad emotions. It's not just in those moments where you're maybe going to be triggered to take part in these coping mechanisms, these self-soothing behaviors, because you want to suppress or run from these emotions. But it's also when things are going good, you're going to be triggered to partake in these things. But again, addicting yourself to discipline, addicting yourself to delayed gratification, keep that vision in your mind. For example, by not eating the processed foods, by not eating the processed sugars, by sticking to a diet and having a good workout routine, think about the body that you're going to have and how good you're going to feel. You have to work it out in your own head and create that vision for yourself that motivates you to continue to live your life the way that's going to get you the kind of results that you want to have. You need to figure it out for yourself and sort that out in your head. What it is that would motivate you, what would drive you to stay away from those types of behaviors and addict yourself to new habits and new behaviors. It's tough though, because when you're going to buy these things, whether it's coffee, whether it's processed foods, sometimes you're just going out and you're around other people. It's like an outing. It's an outing where you get to be social and go talk to the clerk or be around other people. But remember, you're partaking in those things because you're running from those. You're running from the fact that you aren't living your life to the degree that you would like to be living it. Maybe it's you want to be going out and talking to women, but you're running from that. You're neglecting that area of your life. Maybe it's you're neglecting your work. Maybe it's some other thing in your life that you're trying to avoid. You're trying to avoid negative emotions. You're trying to avoid certain responsibilities. So then what do? You go smoke the weed. You go drink the alcohol. You go drown out these emotions. Well, instead, embrace them. Embrace your emotions. Embrace how you're feeling. And go do the thing that you are trying to run from. Do the thing that is making you feel that way and start progressing your life. Get out. Go talk to girls. Get out. Go to the gym. Work out. Progress. Put that money away. Save your money. Progress in your work. Be the kind of person that you want to be. And stop running. Stop hiding. Put yourself out there. Subject yourself to the attention. Subject yourself to the criticism. That is a part of success. Value your own opinion. Value self-reliance. Value self-control. Value discipline. Value delayed gratification. And put in the work to have the experiences that you want to have, rather than just throwing on some porn and masturbating, because that gets old. That gets old. You're never going to be fully satisfied in life. So realize that too. It's never going to be enough. You're never going to live a perfect life. That's why the journey is the reward. The fact that you have something to wake up to every day, something to move towards, progression. Addict yourself to progression. Addict yourself to moving forward, not being stagnant. Set goals for yourself. I know for myself, when I get down, when I get depressed, it's when I don't have goals for myself. It's when I'm not moving forward. It's when I'm not striving for something. But another trap is going to be self-sabotage, where, again, you're afraid of success. So you get to a certain point, you sabotage yourself, you go back down, and then you start progressing again, and then you get that feeling like you're progressing, but there's this cap, there's this glass ceiling where every time you reach it, you self-sabotage. And why is it? Because you're afraid of the things that come with success, responsibility, leadership. You don't believe that you can be a leader. You don't want the responsibility. So embrace success, embrace responsibility, embrace being a leader. Embrace everything that comes along with success, which is also attention, scrutiny, criticism. But it's also the good things that come along with it too. Happiness, fulfillment, meaning, sex, beautiful women, health, abundance financially, the feeling good, feeling content, peace, calm. You can be addicted to negative emotions too, and that's another thing why people self-sabotage, and why you're maybe self-sabotaging yourself, is because you perhaps grew up in a tumultuous environment where things weren't always good. You were always struggling. There was sadness, disappointment. That's another thing. Fear of failure, fear of disappointment. Also, these addictions to emotions, right? So when things start feeling good, when you start feeling contented, when you start feeling calm and things are peaceful, this is something that you're not used to. It feels foreign to you. So then, even though the alternative isn't better for you, it still feels comfortable, so you want to go back to your comfort zone. You have to start addicting yourself to the feeling of goodness, good things, peace, contentment, happiness, calm. And start embracing this aspect of your life, this new life that you're building for yourself. But these are some reasons why you will self-sabotage. Having a a strong foundation where, once again, if you were to bring everything back to when you were a child again, you didn't have any addictions, you didn't have any bad habits. Like when you're a baby, it's like a clean slate. But then over time, you learn coping mechanisms, you pick up habits maybe that you weren't even consciously aware that you were developing for yourself. Well, bring yourself back to baseline. Bring yourself back to that innocence, and then start being aware and consciously developing the habits that you would like to develop for yourself, ones that are going to bring you success. So be aware of that. We're addicted to different emotions, self-sabotage, and these are some reasons why people self-sabotage is their fear of success. So again, when you're changing habits, follow through on the habits that you're committing to. When you go out, you stick to them even when you're doing something exciting. But then maybe it doesn't feel so exciting because now you can't drink your alcohol. Now you can't drink your coffee. Well, no, you choose not to. It's not that you can't. You can. You can do whatever you want, but you choose not to. And the reward is being consistent in your actions and the eventual results that you will get from being disciplined and from sticking to those actions. Things you have control over is yourself and your actions. The external world doesn't affect you. It doesn't have to. You don't have to let it affect you. You have full control over what you put in your body and how you express yourself and how you exude your energies and put your energies out there into the world. That is fully within your control. What you consume, not just physically, but what are you consuming? What are you consuming mentally? The books that you read, the people that you listen to. Feed yourself positivity to combat all the negativity that you're going to be experiencing on your journey when you're putting yourself out there. The self-doubt, the negative self-talk. I wanted to mention too about these emotional addictions, and when you are creating new habits for yourself, that it's not easy. It's not easy, but addict yourself to the new actions that you're going to be taking. Find ways to, say, still get the other positives that you might get out of the things that you're doing now, such as when you go buy a coffee. Something that might be fun about that is that you get to be in a social environment. Well, you can still then instead, when you go out shopping, you're going to be around that social environment. You can put yourself in a social environment on purpose, where you're going out to the market and you're buying your food for the week, for the month, whatever it is. And then you can talk to people when you're there. Or maybe when you go do your laundry. Or maybe you set aside days when you go to the bars and you go to the clubs. And then that's your time for socializing. When you're out in the day just living doing your day-to-day tasks, that's when you can talk to people as well. Instead of setting aside time specifically to go and talk to girls, you can just do that when those opportunities arise, when you're out there focusing on the other aspects of your life as well, because your finances are important just as well as your health. So, finding activities that you can do where you still can put yourself around women to meet women, but not be doing it at the expense of these other aspects that are also going to bring you fulfillment and make your life meaningful as well. It's good to have hobbies, it's good to have other interests because it's a different thing, and it exposes you to different challenges and mentalities that are also rewarding in themselves. Doing challenging things, pushing yourself physically, pushing yourself in the sense of refraining from different pleasures in life that might be like processed foods and junk food, although perhaps you associate negative associations to those things because they're, in the long run, maybe they're actually hurtful to you and keeping you from lasting fulfillment. It's pleasurable in the moment, but what about in the long term? So this is the thing too, is that you want to look at this like you're an athlete, be a professional about this. Socially, social skills, this is something that you can treat like a professional. When you go out, you don't drink alcohol. When you go out, you make it a point that you're essentially putting in the work. I'm going to get those reps in. I'm going to talk to people. I'm going to throw myself in interactions that push my comfort zone, that make me uncomfortable. I'm going to learn to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations. I'm going to learn self-trust and self-reliance by throwing myself into situations where I don't have the answers and I need to figure it out in the moment. Being dynamic. Something I'd like to challenge you guys with is that when you're going about your day and you see beautiful women during the day, go up and make the attempt. Don't let the self-doubt, don't let the rationalizations or the negative self-talk prevent you from making the approach. Go up, make the attempt. The idea here is that it's unexpected. You weren't prepared. You weren't warmed up. This is a part of being, not just doing something. Oh, I'm going to go out and do game now, and I'm going to go socialize. It's the person that you are. I am a person that goes up and takes opportunities when they present themselves. Whether I'm prepared for it or not, I find a way. Who is it? What is your type? What is your type of woman? Figure that out for yourself, and when you see the type of girl that you would like to meet, you go and you make the attempt. No excuses. No rationalizing. Don't let the negative self-talk or the doubt get to you, and you go up and you make the attempt. And realize too, what you do outside of game is going to affect you in game. So don't think, hey, if I'm undisciplined in one aspect of my life, it doesn't matter. I don't need to be disciplined in this aspect of my life. No, it all matters. It all translates into other areas of your life. If you can't be disciplined in one area, what makes you think then you're going to be disciplined when you do see that girl that you want to speak to, and that you're just going to go up and you're going to make the attempt, even though you're being undisciplined and you're not following through in other areas of your life? It doesn't work like that. How you do one thing is how you do everything. That is true. If you think you're going to slack off in one area of your life, but then you're going to be all disciplined in another area, it doesn't work like that. Because wherever you go, there you are. You can't run. You can't hide. You stand there. You embrace whatever you're feeling, whatever you're thinking, and you get in there and you take action. And this is how you're going to acquire the sex life that you want for yourself. This is how you're going to acquire the business and financial life that you want for yourself, the body that you want for yourself, the person you want to become. You got to be somebody that takes action. In spite of fear, in spite of self-doubt, enjoy the day, enjoy the time that you have here in your life. Appreciate the moment. Set goals for yourself. Have a vision for the future. Think about where you want to be in 5 years. Think about where you want to be in 10 years. Do you want to be in the same place you are now, still afraid to approach under certain circumstances, still having that journal of your to-do list, but you still haven't followed through on those things? 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road. So commit to your process, commit to who you want to be. Cultivate that self-control, that self-reliance. No excuses. Get around people that are looking to achieve similar things. If you're on this channel, and you resonate with this, well, then I want to be a part of your tribe, and I would love to hear some feedback. Whatever inspires you to leave a comment, whatever you want to talk about, let's talk about it. Leave a comment, like and subscribe. Once again, if you want to take this to the next level, get mentors, get coaches. This is no different than anything else. You can get a coach in social skills just like you can get a coach in boxing, fitness. This is how you learn faster, having someone to hold you accountable, having someone that you can mastermind with, having somebody that you can get counsel from. You're the king. I'm here as someone to hold you accountable, as someone to counsel you, give you some different perspectives, give you the honest truth, which is invaluable because most people aren't going to tell you the truth because they're afraid of hurting your feelings. They're afraid that, they're going to ruin the relationship. So if you're somebody that wants to hear the truth, that's willing to hear constructive criticism, wants to take your game to the next level, wants to get the life that you want for yourself, knows the fact that you need to get mentors, you need to get coaches to progress and accelerate your learning, then I am offering free 30-minute strategy calls for right now. Usually I'd make people pay for this because people don't value what they don't pay for. But in that call, I'm going to give you some strategies. I'm going to give you honest feedback. It's completely anonymous, where I don't talk about it. I don't talk about who I talk to, who I help. It's called I take these things in confidence, and I have the utmost respect for people that are looking to improve themselves and looking to get the results that they want for themselves and are willing to get feedback from others. Because I know what it's like to not have the help, to not have the support. And that's why I'm putting these videos out there. As well, teaching others helps you to get a better understanding of your own process and how you get results. So it's a win-win for everyone. So hit me up if that interests you, if you're looking to take things to the next level, if you're looking to be a professional in this area. datingdestruction@gmail.com. Also, if you want to inquire about some other services I provide, like paid services, such as where I take you out in field and demonstrate and push you to take action and show you a strategy, show you a method, show you a process that you will then have for the rest of your life. And you can take it as far as you wish to take it. Again, specifically in getting the women you want, the sex life you want, the dating life you want. Once again, Hit me up, datingdestruction@gmail.com. Look forward to hearing from you. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, peace out, my brothers.